the Leyte landing, General Douglas MacArthur, and his return to the Philippines October 20th, Dr. Jenny Batong Malaki of the Filipino Veterans Foundation is here telling us about this. Dr. Jenny, a lot may be watching us and they're thinking probably, what does it mean to me?
Yes.
What does it mean to us to know about this?
Tomorrow will be a great opportunity for our community, for all Filipino Americans, especially the younger generation, to be present in our recognition of this effort of putting on front stage the survivors of this particular liberation effort. This will be tomorrow at 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock at the Carson Mall, or we call it the South Bay Pavilion. Yes, 2 o'clock, and we will recognize the few surviving ones who are here. So what it is if we go historically, okay, how they got into this war. The Philippines, as you see, was part of as a protectorate of the United States. So when war broke out, the young men were recruited, or if not, they joined the war to save their country. But it is really fighting for the American flag.
Right.
All right. So the USAFE, or the United States Armed Forces in the Far East, incorporated the Philippine Commonwealth soldiers, and there were about 100,000 of them, into the American garrison. At that time, there were 26,000 Americans who were in the Philippines when the war broke out. So with this group, they were able to defend Bataan, as you know, for 4 months until it fell.
It fell, yes.
And now comes the occupation of Japan, and therefore the time when MacArthur wanted to regroup and to really prepare for the liberation. The day finally came, and that would be October 20th, 1944.
Opo.
After the war, this is what had happened. The younger men, too, were recruited to enter into the new Philippine Scouts.
Okay.
And so, all told, the veterans of today are composed of 3 groups. The original USAFE member of the Philippine Commonwealth, and then comes the regular guerrillas, and then the new Philippine Scouts.
Pero kung saan-saan man po sila nanggaling, sa ganitong pananaw, utang po natin sa kanila yung kalayaan na tinatamasa natin ngayon. Sila po yung nakipaglaban, sila yung nagsakripisyo, and this is a part of our history, a part of ourselves, and that we should own it, and that's why we should support the event tomorrow. What's going to happen? Aside from recognition, will there be, a talk about this? Will there be film viewing? Can you tell us about it?
Tomorrow, because it's in an environment where it's in a mall and everybody's coming and going, what we will do is to honor with the national anthem, the pledge, after which we welcome everyone who's there. And we had invited Colonel Ralph Ramirez, who is the California military educator, to really speak about the connection between the Filipino World War II veteran and the American veteran.
You know what? I'm so excited for what's going to happen in Carson tomorrow, because yesterday we had Johnny Itliong, the son of the father of the son of Larry Itliong. So that's going to be a celebration there as well, and also this one, really a day of Pinoy pride in Carson. So I invite all of you to come. It's a free event, so please be one with us in celebrating Filipino-American History Month. Last question, kamusta na po ba yung mga veterans natin? How are they doing, and how can we help?
I'm glad you asked, because they're not doing too well. As you see, their attrition factor, the age factor is there. The average age is 90-year-old, and here you are. They're in this country. Sometimes they have no family support, to begin with, and they're challenged by their health. And so they are just here because they want to belong to this country up to the end.
They fought for this country. They deserve the right to belong to this country.
Yes. And so many of them are in this adult day health care center, and I don't know if you've heard of it, that the state of California will be closing it on December 1st.
Wow.
So where will they go? What will they do? We have no family here, and they have health issues, and they feel that their health care has to be attended to here rather than going home and really be there with family. So it's really a battle of what are we going to do.
And what's sad about this is They battled for the under the American flag so many years ago, and until now, they are still fighting. Some of them have passed already, and I know that there was they gave me a ratio before, like they died at an average of 5 a day or 4 a day. It's really very sad,
it's
Dr.
faster,
Jenny.
yes, it's faster rate now because of their age group. Let me talk to you a little bit about the struggle for recognition, and that's how we got ourselves involved here, because when we learned that the Filipino World War II veteran was not recognized for services, it was due to a law that still perhaps exists.
The rescission.
And that's the Rescission Act, and that's what eliminated them from getting recognition and benefits. And so when we finally had fought so hard so that Congress paid attention, and we were so happy to see that during the stimulus package they were included. Okay.
Right, the lump sum.
The lump sum.
So some people are saying that the fight is now over. Is it over?
It is not over.
Okay.
It is not over, because many of them do deserve better than that.
Okay.
They do deserve the disability benefits.
Right. And also for their families,
For
and
their
also the
families.
widows.
Yes.
At that point,
Yes.
we were forced to accept whatever the government would give us,
Yes.
and decided that we'll fight another battle, and that is what we're doing now. How can we help?
You can help by telling the Congress, telling our legislators that there really is indeed a lot of assistance they do need. Those survivors need personal, physical, and all kinds of assistance right now. I see a greater number of widows of these veterans who are really in dismal situations. They're here in this country, and they are alone.
And now this news of the government shutting down the adult daycare
centers.
It's really, really sad. Hopefully you can come back and talk to us again about this. And I know I get email from friends who asking for volunteers to party with the veterans. You know, especially November 11th is Veterans Day also, and we'll do more on this in the coming days on the show. For now, more power to you.
Yes, thank you.
Join us, please, tomorrow in Carson, Southway Pavilion Mall. That's the information on the screen. That's the website if you want to get more details on that. But for now, we will be back on Kababayan LA. Don't go away.